Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to solve question number 9. By looking at question number 9, it's given a function in terms of theta where theta belongs to r. Asked to express f of theta in terms of r and cosine theta plus alpha, where alpha and r is more than 0, positive value, and alpha between 0 and pi over 2. Find the exact value of r and alpha in red corrected to 3 decimal places. Let's start now to write the expression. 5 cosine theta minus 4 sine theta is equal to r cosine theta plus alpha. Expand the left-hand side. 5 cosine theta minus 4 sine theta is equal to r times cosine minus sine. Use same order. Theta, alpha, theta, alpha. Don't forget, in case of cosine, sum of two angles will be minus. Then multiply r. So 5 cosine theta minus 4 sine theta is equal to r multiplied by cosine theta cosine alpha minus r sine theta sine alpha. By comparing left and right side, the first term, which included cosine, are equal, and second terms are equal. By equating the first one, r cosine theta cosine alpha is equal 5 cosine theta. So r cosine alpha is equal to 5. By the same way, second term, minus 4 sine theta is equal to r sine theta sine alpha. Remove sine, so r and also negative cancel. So r sine alpha is equal to 4. To get the exact value of r and the alpha, first you can square both sides, then add. To get the exact value, we'll square r squared sine squared alpha plus r squared cosine squared alpha is equal 5 squared is 25, 4 squared 16. By taking r common factor squared, you will get sine squared alpha plus cosine squared alpha, which is equal to 1. So r squared is equal to 41. By taking the square root for both sides, you will get r where it's written r positive. This is why no need to write the negative sign. And also you can find the exact value of alpha by dividing r sine alpha divided by r cosine alpha is equal to 4 over 5. R sine over cosine will be tan. Alpha is equal to 4 over 5. You can find alpha exactly will be 10 minus 1, 4 over 5. This is the exact value, but it's written to find the alpha corrected to 3 significant figure. So you can use your calculator in RAS system to get the value corrected to 3 significant figure. Don't forget to change your calculator to be in RAS system. Will be shift tan 4 over 5. You will get your answer 0.675. This is part A. The curve with equation y is equal cosine theta. The curve with equation y is equal to cosine theta. By comparing between the given expression after writing it in this form, I will change now this form and write r which is square root of 41 cosine theta plus alpha, which is 0.675, or exact value will be tan minus 1 4/5. By comparing between cosine theta and root 41, we have here by comparing two transformation, one is stretch and one is translation. If it is given a function, compare between cosine theta and a cosine theta plus b. This value, scale of stretch, which is parallel to y-axis, and this value is translation horizontally by b unit, but to the left. Don't forget, for translation with x-axis, we change the sign. This is why it's written in part b. The curve has equation y equals cosine theta is transformed into a curve f of theta by a sequence of two transformations. One is stretch and the other is translation. It's given the order, given that the first transformation is stretch. So how to describe this stretch? By mention the scale factor, which is this value, and direction, which is parallel to y-axis. When we multiply the whole function by a value, this is called stretch parallel to x-axis. So to describe the first part, it's stretch and this stretch in y-axis, or you can say parallel to y-axis in y direction, by a vector, by scale factor, which is root of 41. This is the first part. Second part, translation. You have to mention the vector of translation. To describe it, translation 0.675 to the left side, parallel to x-axis. Or you can say translation by a vector. It's already parallel to x-axis, so y will be 0. What about x? This value, which is 0.675, but negative sign. If it is positive, means move to the left. But to write it exact will be negative tan minus 1, which is arctan 4/5. This is the exact value of translation. Arctan 4/5. This is the second part he asked to describe. The third part, it's given another function. G of theta is equal to 90/4 plus f theta all squared, and he asked about the range of G. First, let's start to explain what is the range of f. Range of f of theta. The given function in the question given in terms of cosine and sine, but we change it to be in terms of cosine only. So I will start to write this function after writing in terms of cosine only, theta plus alpha, which is 0.675, or you can write arctan to be exact. First, what is the range of cosine theta? What is the range of cosine theta in general between -1 and 1? Where is the domain of this function from 0 to 2 pi or from r? If we add a value to theta, there is no change in domain. There is no change in domain because this will be stretched parallel to x-axis. It's not parallel to y-axis. So there is no change for the domain of this function. But stretched with y by multiplying by 41 both, all terms. So the range now, it changed from negative root of 41 and positive root of 41. This is the range of this expression. So the range of the function f theta, the range of function f theta between the range, the values of y, or f theta, we can write it like this, between negative root of 41 and less than root of 41. But if you squared it, I will take it part. He asked to get this range. To get the range of f theta squared both sides, the range of f theta squared between 0 and 41. How come? If you square function, if there is a function in general between -1 and 1, if you squared it, this part flipped up because now all are positive. So the range from 0 to 1 show the difference between the range of cosine and the range of cosine squared. Cosine theta, its range from -1 and 1, but cosine theta squared between 0 and 1. So now the range of f theta all squared between 0 and 1. If we add a value, it's written in the denominator plus 4. I will try to get the range of the denominator. If we add 4, so the answer between, now if we add 4, so will be 4 plus f theta squared less than 45. If we divide by 9, I will divide by 9, then I will flip, divide by 9, divide by 9, divide by 9, or sorry, it's I think 90. Let me look at it. Yes, it's 90. So I will divide it all by 90. Divided by 90 will be 2 over 45. 4 plus f theta all squared divided by 90 is less than half. Now if we flip and write 90 divided by 4 plus f theta all squared, if you flip, this value will be 45 divided by 2, and this value will be 2 over 1. You have to flip the inequality sign because 2 over 1 is less than 45 over 2. So the final answer will be between 2 and 45 over 2, or you can write it as a decimal between 0.5 and 22.5. That's it. Thank you.